Greetings internet and happy Sunday. Today I'm going to be talking about making the decision as to what university you want to go to, and I'm going to talk about A-level results day because those two things together that ran alongside each other at the exact same time was like the biggest culmination of stress that I've ever been through in my life. I'm surprised I didn't like completely melt down. Or did I? Maybe I did. I probably did. But then at the time probably thought, no, I'm not that stressed. But now that I think about it, it's the most stressed I've ever been in my life. So this is going to be a very happy, cheery video. Let's get it over and done with. No, I'm going to make this in a way that will kind of help you make your decision / make you feel less worried about A-level results day. Once you have received all of your answers from all your different universities as to whether they want you to go in for an interview or an audition, if you're doing like musical theatre or something like that, or if you've had to go in for a student applicant day. I had to go on one of those for literally all of the choices that I made. All of the unis that I chose, I had to go in for an applicant day because I'm on a creative course, so I had to show like a lot of my like artwork and textiles work and stuff like that. Do you know what? I'm just gonna tuck my hair behind my ear. That'll do. So after I've been in for all of my applicant days, I had to make the decision as to what universities I was going to put as my first and my second choice. And yeah, this was a tough decision. Because I still wasn't 100% sure that where I am now was 100% where I wanted to be. There was like other courses that I was just conflicting about and wondering if I really wanted to do them. But I think in my head I knew that where I am now is what I really wanted. I'm pretty sure I knew, but just subconsciously knew. Advice that I was given is if you ever got a unconditional offer. Unconditional means that you don't need a certain amount of like A-level grades or UCAS points. What are the points called? Yeah, I was right, UCAS tariff points. Now I've completely lost my train of thought. You don't need a certain amount of like UCAS tariff points to get in. If you get an unconditional offer, then you're basically in regardless of what you get on your A-levels. I was always told that if I got an unconditional offer to put it as my second choice for university, so that, because if I had put it as my first choice, that would be it. That would be 100% where I was going. But if I put it as my second, I could kind of use it as a backup. Even if it was somewhere that I was really, really like wanting to go to, I was always told to put it as my second because I might change my mind. And it's always good. It's kind of reassuring to have something to fall back on. And they told you to put like one of the better universities, or obviously if you got a conditional offer, which means you need like a certain amount of UCAS tariff points or a certain amount of UCAS tariff points, also known as certain grades at A-level or the equivalent at BTEC or college courses, whatever, then to put that as my first choice. I didn't get any unconditional offers, unfortunately. But I still obviously chose what I thought would be best as my first and second choice. I put the place that I like really, really wanted to go to as my first choice, hoping that they would change it to an unconditional offer, because apparently some unis do that. I don't know if they do, I don't know if it's true. I don't think I know anyone that happened to. But they do change it once. Like sometimes they'll change it if you put them as your first choice. Mine did change, and it changed to the course that I'm on now. But it's still the same course, it's just like a different variation of, I'm doing a foundation course along with my 3 years, bachelor's, honours, whatever. So I'm doing 4 years instead of 3 years at university. And then my second choice, yeah, the choice that I put second then made their offer unconditional. But on results day I decided I didn't want to go there, so, you know, that's life. You make your decisions, and once I had my results, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, so that decision kind of became easier, and it made it easier for me to turn down the unconditional offer that I'd received. Okay, now that I've spoken about A-level results day, I should probably go into depth about it. What a wonderful day that was! So when I got up on my A-level results day, I was up pretty early. I was probably up about 6:30 in the morning. I think I went straight into my mum's room. My dad had gone to work and I went straight into my mum and dad's room. My mum had the news on and they were telling us like the percentage of however many people passed in the UK for their A-levels. And that probably wasn't a great idea either, because it really got my hopes up. And I was like thinking about the like my exams and stuff and thinking, yeah, no, I'm sure I got that question right. I'm sure I explained that properly. I'm sure I did that properly. Oh, how wrong I was. So, and my mum was encouraging me as well. She was like, no, I'm sure, because like I had a massive textiles project. I made a massive Beauty and the Beast belle dress, the yellow dress, the iconic yellow dress, inspired by the one from the live action film. I made that as my textiles A-level practical piece. I was so happy with it, and I'd already got my coursework grade back for that. I already know that I had an A-star in that. So when I got to school and I got my results and I opened it and it said that I'd got a D overall, I was a mess. I opened my envelope on results day. My heart just sort of sank in my chest, just about 2 inches. I could feel it physically going down in my chest. I opened my envelope and I'll tell you what I got. I got 2 Ds for art and textiles and a C for history. And from that point onwards, only for about 5 minutes, oh, let's not knock my cup over, let's put it over there. For about 5 minutes, I was a complete mess, and my friends were like, oh, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And I'm just like, no, it's not. I can't do this. It's gonna be bad and I can't deal with it. But my advice to you is, if you don't get what you want, don't dwell on it. Don't be completely emotional. Just put it behind you. It's in the past. You've opened your envelope. That was 5 minutes ago. That's in the past. So one of my friend's teachers who I knew, and she knew me, she was like, right, come into the office, we're going to call clearing, we're going to sort it out, we're going to deal with it now. Technically, I'd already got into the other university that had given me the unconditional offer, but I didn't want to go there. At that point, I was like, no, I know what I want to do now. I have my heart set on the university I want to go to. I don't want to go to any other university but this one. I think if I hadn't got in through clearing, then I probably would have settled for somewhere else, but I don't think I'd be as happy as I am now. Anyway, carrying on. I was taken into one of the offices, and the teacher told my friends, look, she just needs a minute, just let her sort her life out. That was basically what I was doing. I was sorting my life out. So my friends were like, yeah, obviously they'd all got in, they were all very, very happy, and I was obviously very, very happy for them, and I couldn't be more proud of them. But at that moment in time, I had to deal with myself. I had to deal with myself for a little while. So I went and sat in the office, and the teacher came in with me. She was calling the university through clearing on her phone. I was calling the university clearing on my phone. Then I remembered the amount, we called about 3 or 4 times on each other's phones, and it just kept hanging up. They didn't even put us on hold. It just kept hanging up. And then I remembered, the night before, or the early hours of the morning, 2:30 in the morning, I was scrolling through my Instagram feed, and my university's Instagram came up and said, look, if you need to go through clearing, you can do it through Instagram direct message. So after trying to call them and failing, I was Instagram direct messaging them, and this girl, not little girl, she's gonna be older than me, this girl called Sophie messaged back and said, look, I'm here to help. So I sent my grades. I was very sort of on edge, couldn't quite quantify that I was applying to university through Instagram. Couldn't get that in my head. That was very, very surreal. I sent my grades and I said, what course? And she was like, right, you have enough UCAS points to get onto the foundation course with my honours course on top of it. So 4 years at university instead of 3. I was going to be where I wanted to be, so I was like, yes, I will do it. So she gave me the application form, she sent it to me, I filled it out and sent it back, and she said, right, within about 2 hours, you'll have a reply, you'll have, someone calling you to tell you what's going on. So by this point, so this had probably been about an hour and a half I'd been at school. I texted my parents once saying that it was not good news and I would call them once I'd sorted something out. So they were panicking a little bit. And I called them as I was walking home. I called my mum as I was walking home saying, look, it's not gone right, but I'm on clearing and I'm waiting for a call. So we're going to deal with it. It's going to be okay. And then when I got home, I had a little bit of time, obviously, before they called me, and that was when I completely lost it and broke down in my mum's arms, and it was very, very sad, and I was not happy. The only reason we stopped hugging, though, is because I got a call on my phone. No caller ID, but the location was Birmingham. I sort of stared at him and was like, what? Picked it up. I had a 10-minute interview saying, oh, like, why do you think you'd enjoy this course? And what subjects did you do last year? And what did you make last year? And like, what kind of like practical experience have you got? It's like, I have lots. I've done loads. I've made loads of stuff, and I just really want to come to this university. And they were like, oh yeah, you have an unconditional place on our foundation course. I was like, thanks. Bye. See you in September. I hung up. I looked at my mum. And I screamed, and I cried, and we cried, and yeah, that was like maybe, that was a good moment of the day. I can't really say I have a top 3 moments of the day, but that was a great moment of that day. The next thing I did though, this is very important, away from story time, this is very important. If you're going to a different university or you're changing courses, make sure you tell UCAS you change it on your UCAS application, log on, sort it out, and you do the same with student finance, because otherwise they're going to be sending money to the wrong university or you just won't get any money at all. So sort that out. And then I went to the pub and I had a great afternoon, and then I went to dinner with my parents and my brother, and I had every point after lunchtime. My A-level results day was great. It was great. Before, that was the stress, but that was my experience. And it's not fun, but when you have to deal with stuff like that, it's best not to dwell on it, just deal with it. That's my advice. Just deal with it. Don't dwell, deal. Don't dwell, deal. That's my slogan from now on. Don't dwell on it, deal with it. There we go. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I know this is kind of long and it's kind of been a very intense story time. I'm also really, really close to the camera because I've taken the cushion off of my chair because I've already finished filming this, but I'm refilming this, the ending, because the other one was just weird and I kept rambling on like I'm doing right now. And now the lighting is leaving, like I have no natural light now, it's almost dark and I just have my lights in my room on. So I'm gonna end this very, very quickly. Thank you so much for watching. I have an Instagram linked down below for this channel, and I have my Twitter account linked down below for this channel. If you want to follow it, feel free. You'll get little updates from me / hey, this video is coming out, go watch. Just stuff like that. And Wednesday's video, I'm going to be talking about, no, I'm going to give you a room tour. I'm going to give you a room tour and a flat tour, just so you can kind of see what student accommodation is like. I'm also going to tell you exactly what you need to bring to university, because I've seen videos of people just before they're going to university and they got like, to be fair, I had a lot of boxes when I moved in, but they have like 6 or 7 boxes just full of kitchen stuff, like massive sets of pans and one of those stupid knife blocks with like 6 knives in them. You don't need that. That's not what you need. So I'm going to tell you everything you need and give you like a little flat tour / room tour. So I will see you on Wednesday. Have a lovely rest of your evening and a lovely rest of your week, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye everyone.